Hello, and what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. We have the Kayle rework at our hands and it's time to have some Kayle jungle. This champion has been buffed and used to be a very annoying champion in the past, if let alone to scale in the jungle department, especially with an enchanter and primarily with an enchanter. If you have a full team setup that is completely playing around the Kayle, for example a Shen as well as a Milio, things become absolutely problematic for the enemy team. However, you have to survive the early game. And by the way, if you want some cheaper skins, just check out the link in the description below. This is a beautiful shop that will allow you to grab skins for a lot cheaper than the normal retail price. So just use Kirks10 and enjoy your time with beautiful skins. Anyway, let's go back into this video. We have Kayle in the jungle department. So Kayle is a heavy scaler. Kayle is very susceptible to early shenanigans, so if you get invaded or have anyone run at you early game, you get into big troubles. There's also a few things that many people don't know. During the early game until level 5, Kayle is actually a melee champion and therefore benefits from the AoE cleave auto attacks of melee champions. This is a pretty big difference for your clear. But you have to keep in mind, on level 5 you become a ranged champion. But funnily enough, you can still hit units that are close to each other in melee range while you're on top of them with the melee splash. You still keep that little mechanic on your champion, which is quite interesting. But yeah, Kayle is a hyperscaler. You just want to farm, and once you have farmed, it is time. Also pretty interesting to see, we see a first ability max so far, as well as an immediate investment into attack speed boots, as well as Nash's Tooth. Lethal Tempo over Empowerment, Gathering Storm, Coup de Grace to just put more emphasis on the third ability's execute, as well as Alacrity for more attack speed, and Overgrowth to give our champion some tankiness, because Kayle's biggest problem is actually surviving. In the past, the moment Kayle was touched by anything, you had to immediately ult, and in the past, when Kayle couldn't auto-attack during the ultimate, you basically were turned useless. But with the AP build, you have, you're basically yellow or whatever color you are, a super race car, and then you can just chase down people and just auto-attack, third ability, and just tap them. But you have to still keep in mind that your champion is super squishy. But nowadays, pressing ult relatively early is actually not punishing you. Because if you know that there's a big chunk of damage that will probably take 80% of your HP in damage, you can ult early to mitigate that incoming damage, deal damage at the same time, and still have 100% HP after. Because if you first get low and then press ult, you're still low afterwards and still susceptible to just immediately getting killed. So that is something you have to keep in mind. It's very, very important. Damn. Remember Kayle when she was Omega broken? I do. Until they nerfed her. But yeah, it's the battle of the scalers. We have Nyla jungle and Kayle jungle, so we have 15 years of scaling on both sides with 200 years of experience in game development. Who's gonna win? What is your guess? Look at this fiend. Will we also get some deep vision here? Yone diving in deep onto the Shen. That is not supposed to happen. Shen should never get 1v1'd by a Yone like this on the tower. That is impossible. The Shen must have misplayed insanely hard. But yeah, Kayle, you see, we have nearly 4 minutes done already, and Kayle was not proactive once, because the champion, again, is, you can say, somewhat of a parasite. Because you're not really helping anyone, because you can't really help anyone. You can only help yourself. And that in itself is a relatively big issue in WildRift. Because so much that happens is just requiring you to be able to react super fast. And more than often, playing these scalers will punish you. But since WildRift also is a game that matches people across various skills, games usually don't end until very late, especially also by design of WildRift. So Kayle having the option to get into late game is often given to you, if you know how to maneuver around the map without getting completely dismantled. Now with that in mind, you will always have this sense of hope. But the thing is, contrary to, for example, Kassadin, who on level 5 can one-shot you, Kayle can't. So within WildRift, we have this interesting problem that some scaling champions are not scaling champions, and other scaling champions take too long to scale and still are no real guarantee that they actually carry the game. Like for example, Kayle is no guarantee that if you hit late game you win, but a Cassian hitting late game or Vladimir is like nearly, like it's so much more potent. And even an Aurelion Sol being able to solo deny everything on the map is insane. And the Kayle is tickling. Look, we have attack speed boosts. Look, we're just not doing anything. We can't really. Okay, ult connects. With the ult, we basically did more damage than with 15 auto attacks. We get the execute, we get a kill with our third ability, but now we just get ran down. Like, we can't do anything. We are not a champion. That is the issue. And since nothing fundamentally was changed about Kayle's issue in that regard, Kayle will still suffer from the same things. And she'll still, like, she's better in late than she was, but she still does suffer from the same issues of the past. And I bet they're playing trio queue this game. Because Shen mid is definitely something you don't see often. And they just play full supportive for the Kayle, as if they're like boosting. I mean, even a Jarvan top, like the attack speed steroid, is like beneficial for the Kayle. But they have a double carry setup with the Vayne and Kayle. So the enemy team has to deal with multi-carries, which is not the easiest, but given that they have a Yone, it's still possible. They have Yone and Nyla, which are both very good into just one-shotting people. Like, the Midio must be dual with the Kayle. There's just no way around, because look how he's pathing around the map for the Kayle. Kayle level 9 is now reached. Also, with the rework, they made it easier for you to actually get the Kayle Ascensions actually tied to your ultimate and not tied to peculiar level thresholds like 10 and 15 when your ult level up at 5, 9 and 13. So now it's actually at 5, 9, 13, which is so much better. Because it just fits so much more with how the champion is designed in WildRift. Because what's the point of having a level 15 ult rank up like champion ascension? Like, what's the point? Especially since it's such a vital thing on Kayle. Morgana puddle into the way. 7:30 is past, so no more cut for jungle camps. So we get full income from lane minions, so we get full income from them. And this will be basically our gameplay. We'll cycle through every bit of gold we can on multiple sides of the map. We sadly get rooted into full combo, but we'll survive. They're also going to be super fast, no? If Milio buffs the Kayle with his third ability and grants you a second ability, and Kayle also just gets completely annihilated. Next one as well. And keep in mind, this is not over yet. Like, it's far from over. It's actually still all about scaling, because this will go on and on and on, because Kayle at this stage of the game still can't do too much against these type of champions. If they get slightly ahead, they'll run you down on cooldown. Especially because most of the champions they have on the team are not really winning their lane. Milio and Vayne are not really infamous for being stompers, especially into Misfortune. That's not gonna happen. Misfortune, double up will destroy your heritage, deny everything, and make you cry. Jarvan top will get cheesy willed until the day of death. And Shen mid is just going to have to accept reality. Okay, Nala going in, pops the ult, misses everyone, is too fast. Okay, Shen ulti coming in. You see, there's no damage. There's no damage yet. It's so sad. There's just no damage yet. It's just Tickle Fiend. Now Yone is here, and Yone will... Okay. The ultimate turn back. Okay, this was pretty well played. But now, you see, he's hitting him for 109. Now let's see what the Misfortune hits you with one double up. 484. Look, we see the ultimate of Kayle dealing so much damage, and the Kayle does 111 plus 60. Like, how many auto attacks do you have to input to actually reach a point of being close in damage to, like, for example, a Misfortune, which is simply 1 Q? Don't get me wrong, the Kayle will obviously scale. But we have now 2 items, and we still barely deal any damage. With a dedicated support next to us. Man, it's depressing seeing how long it takes to clear jungle. Emilio even has Ardent Sensor for more attack speed. Look at the pocket, Emilio, he's just walking after. Hello, let me shield you, brother. I'll help you out, no problem. I got you covered. Dragon spawning in 2 seconds, I don't think they even believe they can contest this. The best thing would be probably to take topside into the tower up there. Because this dragon fight is hyper flip. I don't think it's worth it at all. Will they get something done? Yone actually dies and Vayne gets the shutdown. Okay. It turned out way better than expected, but I think the overall gold income would have been a lot higher if they just went for the play that I just signaled on the top side with topside jungle into topside bounty tower. Oh my god, Nyla. Whipped to death. Outscaled, bro. Yeah, I love Nyla. Opium. It's just funny that Nyla has a budget Kayle ultimate against melee champions. Because she also has Navoris. So with her critting, yep, and there we go again. Cooldown resets, baby. You don't hit me. At least Kayle's ultimate again. It's quite nice to have Nashor's because so much CDR. Okay, we have level 13 enhancement. That is not going to work. Nice Veil by the Emilio avoiding the knock-up. Yeah, and they lose the Baron. This is going to be a long and tough game. The late game dream, friends. The late game dream. Like, in your games, yeah? From your experience, what is your experience having a Kayle on your team? And what is the experience having a Kayle on the enemy team? Like, I'm really curious to know what you personally say. What is this Jarvan? What? Sorry, I just had to throw up when I saw the items. My bad. Cut the clip. Anyway, I just got traumatized, okay? Anyway, so, your experiences with Kayle. How does it look like? Good, bad? Let me know. I mean, the attack speed is going bonkers now, right? With Ardent as well as level 13 enhancement or ascension. Being stacked up, nearly getting one-shot channel to coming in, saving him. But you see, Nyla didn't even die in the time. Like, it's... How does it make sense that a champion does so little damage? Swapped now to plated steel caps. Very good purchase in the later stages of the game, especially if you already have this much attack speed and you just want to be a little bit tankier to delay your ultimate. Getting hit with the combo. Plated steel caps making the difference. He actually helped a lot surviving. That enemy, Grief right now, will cost them so much. That just cost them so much gold, and the Kayle got so much gold into her pocket, it will actually allow them to win the game. Because now, not only do they get the kills, they will get access to the towers. I think this game, I hope Kayle, I think she'll pick up QSS, because if she has QSS, she can just not worry about Malphite ult. Because then she doesn't lose uptime. Because with Stasis, you lose uptime in terms of damage. With QSS, you don't. So let's say they're all in you, you just QSS insta-ult, and then you can just attack all the time. Whereas if you ult while getting Malphite ultimate, you can't deal damage if you don't have QSS. Because you still get CC'd. It's just a very important thing. Like, Jarvan is 0 for... Like, what is wrong with these people and their items? I'm furious. Okay, a rundown on the mid lane happening. Jarvan in stasis. Jarvan probably dead. Yeppers. He just dissipated. Is he actually? I mean, he gets some armor. It's pretty good into their full crit team. This is also going to be their soul, so this is going to be pretty much a problematic fight right now. Okay, at least that vault was cleared. Sweeper being turned on. We have no QSS as far as I can see. Walls being removed step by step, but they can't really find access. Shen needs to ult early if they want to make it happen. Nice whale by the Milio, I think. Shen coming in here now. Yon about to snap back. Nyla in the front line. Nyla dealing decent damage onto him. Will fall because now Kayle can actually auto-attack during the ultimate. And we have finally reached a point where we have scaled. So, but keep in mind, this fight, yeah? It was completely split apart. Yona wasn't even part anymore after he snapped back into his soul. And it was still this close. Obviously, for only 3 people, with Milio getting focused and having to pop Veil onto the Kayle, and the Shen ultimate coming in. But if this fight is any more coordinated on the enemy team, I think Kayle is just dead. There's nothing she can do. Because, like, Nyla was on top of the Kayle, but since she had to blow her second ability early, she didn't have anything during the time Kayle went into ult, and then just got auto-attacked to death. Because the Kayle ultimate obviously sustains for, I think 2.5? Was it 2.5 on level 13? Correct me if I'm wrong. 2.5 seconds. And the Nyla shield already wore over earlier. So the crits of a Navori didn't reset it early enough. So now he picks up QSS. Very, very important. Please pick it up. Thank you. Because now the entire gameplay loop changes again. Because now it's substantially easier for the Kayle to actually have an impact in this game without getting completely dismantled. Okay, Yone being spotted. Malphite close here. Yone having to ult over the wall gets obliterated because now we have a full item Kayle. Like, Kayle has full items. Will deal damage. Also, Milio's assistance is becoming better and better because he has Staff, he has Ardent. I think he's going for Protector's Vow next. Elder Dragon falling. Nyla nearly in the base. Okay, getting popped here. We have to see if the Veil comes early. Malphite is really close. QSS early as well as ult early just to make sure to secure everything. Nyla died in the base. If the Nyla didn't die there, I think the game is just over. That was so close. The Nyla just did an insane play without anyone noticing. Because the Nyla just solo-handedly won the game by her push. He's now tanking because he wants the minions to survive, to at least get this tower. But now we have the problem of Morgana defending. You can't really push into a Morgana without Baron buff, and with the changed minions... Oh my god. That hits? Lamau. Well, Morgana, you had one job and you failed. Does he get it? He doesn't. Oh, that's so sad he didn't get it. Morgana had one job and she actually died. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I didn't expect that one. Oh well. Oh well. But luckily, we have a second game, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, show me if it's duo or trio. Come on, show me. Show me. No, we don't see. I feel scammed. Okay, we see an adaptation here. We have Giant Slayer as well as Alacrity. Oh no, we have a Lulu. Oh no, chat. I think you already know what this means. This is already a wrap. It's already a goddamn wrap. Because they have the Lulu. They have the Lulu champion. Okay, connection, come on. Damn, where's my leash like this? Where's my pocket support doing this? Where's my cute pocket support doing this for me? What is the volley bro doing there? That's their top laner, no? Why is the Yone over trading like this? But this is not what. What? What? Bro, what? Can anybody explain to me the reasoning behind this play and how this makes any sense in any world, in any game, in any elo? That was just prime ill. Like, what? Meanwhile, the Kayle was like, I'm chilling, bro. I'm just clearing my jungle. I'm at a loss of words. I can't. This is too much for me. It's too much. Oh my god. No, no, no. Oh no. This game is surreal. Honestly, this is the best Clown Fiesta I've seen so far. This is some pristine clown shit. I love it. This is why we love WildRift, for this clown shit. It's perfect. Oh, probably somebody got tackled by a Lux binding and instantly died. We love the Lux champion. Maybe nerf the champion, but we don't because of the Lux demographic and the skins we have for her, so we'll never nerf Lux. Yay. Please nerf Lux, please. Okay, slow connects, bone plating, nice sidestep here. Do we have enough damage? Pops the ulti early just to not get too low and has to walk away. Nice counter gank by the Kazakhs and yoink, some free money for the Kayle. On the minion wave. Back to the jungle clearing, another Kazakhs play mid lane, another moment where Kazakhs probably dies to air because he chooses to die, or the no way. Please don't tell me the Fizz goes for an... Oh my god. What is happening in this video game? Why is everybody so clueless in this game? I'm sorry to say this, but what is going on? Is the Kazakhs an auto-filled Lulu main? Is he tilted? Like, what is going on in this game? I am genuinely at a loss for words. I can't do this no more. Okay, we see Volleybro here bullying the Jarvan. Jarvan doesn't really have a chance against the Volleybro. I mean, Jarvan can try to just consistently poke the Volleybro with Qs of range, but I don't think he ever has a lethal. For that to happen, he must have hit like 90 Qs without Volibear hitting 1 W. Because the Volibear gets close, he just chumps you to death because he just outstats you. Like this champion is a stat monster. Oh my god, oh no, no, oh no. They live with 1 HP, it's the bot lane conundrum. Int in one direction, int into the other direction, but never stop inting. Wait, does the cannon die? Wait, the cannon doesn't even take damage from that ability? So it only takes damage from auto attacks. I thought it would at least take damage from that ability, but I guess not. Hey, you're on the ward, bro. Hello. I guess he didn't notice. What is happening? The enemy is so aggressive here, but we now lost ultimate. Losing ultimate like this is kind of a problem. Oh, he has a lethal window if this doesn't happen. He knew that the Fizz would E, so he kept his E. I think he could have flipped it though if he truly wanted to. Oh, his lethal temple stacks wore off. He secures it against the Kazakhs. Kazakhs. Can you join voice? We need to review this game. Like we need to talk about what happened this game. I don't necessarily think you will like the talk, but we need to talk. Lulu sharing gold here. Oh my god, the Fizz damage. Fizz damage. Fizz is a crazy champion when it comes to damage. Like when you just, it's just so crazy. Some champions just deal so much damage and others just don't do anything. And the Fizz doesn't even have one item. He just has boots and components. He didn't even have Prophet's Pendant, right? It's crazy. And another one bites the dust. Oh man. I don't know. Enemy Kazakhs is kind of lost. Yone is also very interesting this game. But I don't know, maybe he's as confused as I am, because I definitely am very confused. But yeah, going back to the main topic of this video, because we got sidetracked so much from all the shenanigans. Kayle, Hyperscaler. You best believe it, we're in for another 10 minutes of farming, so get your straw hats, get your cows, get your range, chill out, and enjoy the farming, because we'll be here for a while. Volley Bro just passing by, don't mind me if I do. Gets stunned up, Jarvan goes with the combo, but the Volley Bear just leaps up. What? Okay. Okay. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't. Chat, I'm sorry. I can't deal with this anymore. What I've just seen again hurts my soul. And there's not much left of my soul. I played WildRift and League. My soul is void. I don't exist anymore. Aw, poor Fizz. He doesn't know. Wait, what evolves does the Kazakhs have? Is this QW? Or is this ult with the skin or Volley Bro hits him? I think he's safe if he just runs away. Yeah, he's fine. That's crazy though. It's absurd, if you ask me. The DPS heaven. Lulu. Kayle with lethal tempo. Any blasters? Oh, by the way, have you heard about the Path of Exile 2 early access? Are you perhaps, like any one of you likes to play Path of Exile? Have you ever played Path of Exile? And have you heard about how to access the early access part? Because I think I've heard, number one, you have to buy a supporter pack of the current ones, or if you have a certain value of lifetime spent, I think they said around $500, you also gain access. Can somebody, like, if you have played it or if you've heard about this rumor as well, verify? Because I'm pretty sure this is the current thing. And are you looking forward to it as well? Because I definitely am, because I'm really curious, because Path of Exile 1 got way too convoluted for me with all the mechanics. Like, I skipped for like 6-7 seasons and I came back and I was like, huh? How does the game even work? The lethal tempo run down the giga range. Oh my god, like Kazakhs W is like, you don't move as well. It's so toxic. This game has so many things that are so toxic, and one of them is Lux. My blood starts boiling when I see a Lux. Yeah, can't move, bro. If that actually connects, we have to blow ult, because Lux will just one-shot us. Cool champion, by the way. Okay, my Pocket Lulu walking after me. When I'm back, I really need to get myself a Pocket Lulu or Pocket Millie or Pocket anything and then play a bit of Kayle. Maybe even on stream for the extra salt. What do you guys think? Because I've taken a decent break, which you can also see in no tier list, because I mean, honestly speaking, nothing much has changed as per usual. And tier lists in this game are just funny because no champion ever really much changes, unless the general meta stays the same. You have one champion becoming like dirt tier because they remove him to the ground, while other champions become god tier like Rengar because of a rework. But other than this, nothing really much changes. If you have like a simplified tier list, if you have a more detailed one, you can obviously make more differentiations. I was close one, I could have nearly stolen it. Like if you have like, for example, S+, S, S-, A+, A-, A-. Like if you have these differentiations between tiers, you can make a lot of placements. But if you want to keep it simple for the viewer to understand, and just a general casual player to understand, then the simplified like pick up the patch S, A, B is just the easiest way. And there barely anything changes. It's crazy actually. Kazakhs hexgating to the other side of the map. Damn, they call me Dr. Yappuccino, because yapping is what I do best. Yapping, criticizing, flaming, and just a tiny bit of German complaining. Then some constructive criticism, which is often mistaken for complaining, because cultural differences. Damn, we are reaching the late game power spike of Kayle. The Furious Angel is on her way down mid lane. And we have a Giga AP proc, like we have Lichbane for the Giga Burst, as well as Nash's Tooth. So it's a lot of burst damage. Look at the moves! Fist comes close, nearly one-shots us if he hits us with the spell again. Popping the ult relatively late here, taking so much damage and dying. Now immediately after this accident, he's like, okay guys, I got the memo. I just did a little bit of an oopsie here. It's time for me to pick up the most broken item in the game, QSS, to make sure this doesn't happen again. Because again, when the distant past, where it didn't really matter if you Kayle ult incoming CC, or because you couldn't attack anyway, nowadays it actually matters quite a lot. So any Kayle mains probably have to get used to that as well, because QSS gains so much more power for your champion. Fist didn't really get the memo here. Wait, did Lulu veil this? Or did it just genuinely do no damage? Yone being picked by the Kha'Zix doesn't really make it better. And somebody has to... Oh, lethal tempo stacks being given to the Kayle right now. The Volibear is just getting completely obliterated. Kha'Zix coming over. Kha'Zix getting one-shot as well. This is a free Baron Nashor here for the Kayle if they truly want to. Lulu's empowering her all the time. We just go double time right now. For our lovely viewers, we just casted double time. Baron is getting completely obliterated by the Kayle and the Lulu tanking for him, making sure she doesn't get the debuff. Blue buff being collected by the Kayle as well. A quick yoink action. The Tristana is completely lost and angry. Furious picking up the blue buff, failing to do so. Now the Baron Nashor falls to the Kayle without the Tristana even lifting a hand, and Tristana still nearly dying to the Fizz, because she's an absolute griefer, and she does in fact die. Didn't help with the Baron, didn't do anything, failed to pick up blue buff, and still dying to the Fizz. It's the 80 carry bingo. Yeah, now we go back to the normal speed. Oh man. These are the 80 carries I just love. And TS Collector, yes, we have the full cap bingo completed. Yes, this makes me happy. JK, it makes my blood boil. Anyway. And now our Jarvan died. Hey. WildRift is actually such an infuriating game, because you can just chill and wait for your team to come, especially if your Kayle is this humongously, ridiculously, omega giga hyper fed. You can just win for free, or listen, you can just not. You can just troll. So how about just trolling? Because that sounds so appealing to the majority of the WildRift player base, and this is a pentakill, no? This was just a... Did I just skip a penta? Yeah, it's a pentakill. We have a pentakill for the Kayle. Well, that was some severe scaling into the later stages of the game, but as we see, Kayle still suffers from the same issues, but has been given or granted a new level of gameplay. A new level of gameplay has been unlocked for the Kayle. And what do we see at the end of the screen? We see some Kayle builds as well. So what do we know about Kayle so far? Still suffers from the same fate as before when it comes to scaling, but now her scaling is better, given that she has accelerated ascension stages, as well as a better transition when it comes to fighting. Because she doesn't have to ultimate CC anymore and just sit there in pain. She can actually value, like, reliably QSS the CC while ulting to increase the DPS dealt to enemy champions. Very, very important and very, very good. Here we see some Kayle balls, so I think let's see if we see something similar every single time. We see attack speed boosts across the board. Here we see Gluttonous Grease, which is the first change. Here we see, so I think this is a Troll Bolt. Attack speed boosts again, laning Kayle. Attack speed boosts again, laning Kayle. Attack speed boots again. So we have a bunch of attack speed boots here. No Gluttonous. but always AP with the exception of one build we saw so far. And that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Check out that channel description below, and we'll see you for more content tomorrow. See you soon.